product or stop slip. I'm going to show you that the transmission slips. I think you guys might see the pictures of the solenoid screens of the transmission. Both of them, two of them, were recently cleaned, and it did help in the shift, but there's a bit of a slippage still. Not as bad as before, but that's why I'm going to show you guys how bad it slips. This is right after the screen filter cleaned. So let's get this running. This is a Honda Accord 2000 SE VTEC engine. You can see the mileage is 232,539, and sometimes I get a D4 which lights up, flashes. So let's get this going. Check engine light, and there's the D4 flashing. Today is April the 29th, 2020, Wednesday. So that's a document purposes here. Alright, so we're coming up to a stop in a long road. This will demonstrate how bad the change is. So let's get here. Let's go. First gear, second gear, third. So I think you guys could tell already, it slips, it jumps. And let's park it again and put in the Lucas. But right before that, let's test it out again. Show you guys for a second. Third. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm gonna come to a full stop. Okay, here we go. First. Second. So it's not as bad as before. Like I said, once I got those the solenoid screen filters clean, and I got new wires, new spark plugs, new rotor cap, new so a tune-up. So it did help. That is, obviously there's something wrong with the transmission. So we're just gonna put in the Lucas and give you an after. Alright, I should say that when I put it in reverse, you could feel a hard knock in the reverse. You can see it when the camera shakes, and maybe you could hear it. This put in second gear, in reverse. Okay, so let's get driving and let's see what happens. Alright, so some of the products I'll be using. I'll be using a transfer pump, measuring cup. I'm not going to use it for cooking anymore. Lucas stop slip, cardboard on the bottom in case something slips. This pretty new. I don't want to mix the oils. This is specifically for transmission. Anyways, so a funnel and paper. So anyways, let's just get started. Okay, so I ditched the pump and I just used the cord with this pump, shorter diameter, connected it like that, and obviously you hold one finger to the end and you pump, and it starts to push it out on its own. So let's see here. One thing to make clear is that it is a very dirty. It's a very dirty oil. So if I put the Lucas in and it helps it, maybe I need an oil change, maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave the Lucas and do the oil change in, this way, just to keep the particles, if there are particles, keep it in the gear. Just drain it from the top like I'm doing. Anyways, with the transmission oil. Alright, so that's gonna be, I'm gonna remove 12 ounces and put 12 ounces in. Okay, Lucas is in. So let's see if just by sitting here, I know that I had to let it mix with the old oil. So let's just shift gears and see what happens. So let's see. Okay. Alright, so let's put it in reverse. Doesn't kick as much, but we'll see. Second gear. That's a little okay. Alright, we're coming up with our exit here, but as you can see, I added basically a few miles here, 50 miles or so, 49, 48 miles. So I guess I'll just record what happens, I suppose. It's only 50 miles, but let's see what happens. Alright, so here's a stop. As you can hear, it jumped again. So we'll do another 50 going back to my house, and I'll just record that. So far, I guess it's not responding well yet. Not yet, I suppose. So we'll do it again. Here's a stop. Okay, here we go. First gear. Second. Yeah, so I'll stop here and go back and see what happens. Okay, we're back after another 15 miles. So let's see. So yeah, so let's see what happens. Let's go on the road here and just start it up straight ahead. Let's see. Yet. I guess it still has to mix. So we're gonna do it one more time. And I'll do another video after a few hundred miles and see where we're at. So once again, first, second, third. Okay, once again, one more time. Let's just shift through the gears here. Park, reverse, second. There we go. Rumbles. Alright. So let's do this one more time. Let me do this right. There's a car passing. Alright, here we go. Last chance. Okay, so we'll stop. And let's see. Second. Well, it doesn't jump into gear, but at least it's not totally skipping. First, second. So, one more time. Maybe let's see what happens if I do it slow. First, second. Jumps, but it gets in there. So does Lucas work? I don't know. I'll come back and as I said, I'll give it a couple more 100 miles or so and keep going. See what happens. And second. Alright, it is the next day and we're going to test out where we're at right now. Obviously I didn't put on too much miles this morning like I did yesterday, but let's just try this out. What I'm going to do, well, let's just find out what it is. So here we go. First, second. Okay. So, as you can see, the RPMs are lower when they change gears. Now, I suppose, and if you're wondering if it's consistent, well, let's see. Let's try this out again. First, second. Okay. So it's consistent, and it goes into third pretty rapidly. So let's try this again. First, second, and third, I think. Okay. So here's the thing. I purchased 2 bottles of, I guess, what could be called original Honda transmission fluid, and like 2 of them. But I'm just gonna do something with one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drain some, not all of it, and little by little just see what happens. Just draining it in the same process that I did with the Lucas, where I take it out from the top, from the dipstick with the tube suction process. And with this, I'm probably maybe putting half of the Honda transmission fluid, take out whatever that is. I know that I'll be taking out the Lucas, what I put in. So I might put some Lucas mixed in with the new transmission Honda fluid, just to keep it consistent in terms of, swapping slowly filtering out the bad fluid, which you guys saw that it was pretty dark and it needed to be changed. But I'm just doing it this way because I don't know what's gonna happen if I do a complete transmission oil change from the bottom of the engine instead of taking it out from the top, obviously. My idea, again, is because of if the gears are bad and chipped and worn out, I wanna do a transmission change, so-called, little by little, and just observe what happens, and just keep doing that process. I don't want the particles or the metal parts, if it's helping with the transmission to change, I want to keep it in there. I don't want to remove it and completely change the oil to new oil and then drive it and all of a sudden it got worse. So this process is just for those who are considering, what to do to, keep the transmission going for a few months or so, a few miles or more, and don't have the money to do a complete rebuild or replacement, or just people who want to keep it as long as possible until it breaks. This is what I'm doing. I might be considering replacing the transmission with a Jasper transmission, but at least, it'll give me time. Hopefully by doing this, it'll give me some time to accumulate what I need to do before that happens. So the more time I can get out of the transmission, the more I'm comfortable with going with the replacement instead of a rebuild, since this is only, I suppose, a shout out to Scotty Kilmore for pointing out that one in 3, I suppose, or actually two out of 3 maybe, our transmissions rebuilt don't work. So 1 out of 3 does, or something to that effect, I think he said. Anyways, the rating is not high. In other words, if you do a complete rebuild, as opposed to getting a remanufactured transmission, where it's pretty much new, except you still need the equipment. So I found a place that gave me an estimate. It's a lot, but since I got this car for free, I figured, might as well put in the amount. And I don't know, my thinking is, I suppose, is, I'll spend what I need for the transmission, and that pretty much settles. I mean, the engine's good. It's not, it's maybe 20 years old, I guess, getting there with 232,000 miles or so. But I just, I tested it out, new engine oil and spark plugs and everything, and I rode it yesterday in the freeway, just to break in the Lucas into the transmission, and I must have gotten up to 90-95 miles an hour. Anyways, but that's the deal. It's a good engine. My mechanic, when he opened up the, to take a look at the inside, the rockers and everything else. I mean, he didn't point out anything that was wrong. He would have pointed something out to me. But anyway, so that's just, I suppose, an assumption on my part that the engine is good. I am looking into getting a water pump, replacement, timing belt, the tensioners, all that. replace. So anyways, it's a project car, I suppose. Obviously it's not me doing the work. I'm just paying for it, literally. But I mean, hey, it's a good car. And I think if I take care of it, I mean, I can, this car can go. I just gotta make sure that, everything is in working order. So that's the situation. So I'll get this process of the transmission oil started, and I'll keep you guys updated. This is a brief update after I put in around 12 ounces of Honda original transmission fluid, and I added 3 more ounces of Lucas. Anyways, so here's what we have so far. First, second, it still jumps. Okay. So let's try this again. There's no cars. So first, second. So as you can see, I don't know. It's still the same. I mean, sometimes I get good second gear. I think third gear goes in faster than before, but it's still second is just, I think it's just worn out. I think that's what's happening. So look, first, second, third. Alright. So am I just gonna leave it at like it is? I still kept the old transmission fluid. I'm not throwing that away, even though it's been contaminated with Lucas. I know that. I anticipated that. Anyways, so that's the result right for now. I'll just do one more takeoff here for you guys. Okay, so there's first, and then second, third. So I mean, like I said, third kicks in faster than before, but second is the one that's just been out of it. Has it improved at all? Well, I don't know. I mean, the solenoid filter cleanse we did in the Lucas, and what I did with just today with Honda transmission in it. See right there, second. That was fast. So sometimes it gets second faster than, I guess, when I go slower. Instead of pushing the pedal down, I'll give you an example. So I'm at a full stop, and let's go slow. First, second. See that? It did it before, I suppose, where I noticed that if I go slow, it catches it. But it's better. It's better, I think, now. you know, since the screen has been clean, it's been better. I don't know if the Lucas helped in that process. Maybe it's helping a little bit, but I don't know. I'll keep driving. As I said, just add a few more miles onto that, and if I see improvements, I'll just keep adding the Honda transmission fluid little by little. Keep diluting it with new transmission fluid. At this point, I'm not gonna add Lucas anymore since it's I already added almost a quart. So yeah, so that's what. And it still shifts hard, so if I go to reverse, see, in second, and then second. So I'll just keep paying attention on what's going on and updates. Just a quick run through. So there's the tube, large diaphragm, down through there into the small diaphragm and back in there. So hold on to this, pump out, and you can clearly see the that's how the process begins. It's dark. You can see the Lucas. So the oil just started. And today I did the third dilution again with 20 ounces of Honda transmission oil, extracting new oil with the dirty and the Lucas. So what's the result? Well, I think maybe it seems to be getting better. I'm in the process of cleaning 2 solenoids that were not cleaned because we didn't see them. So I'm going to do it myself. I tried to do it with small tools, but that didn't help. So I got a torque wrench, the right tools. Hopefully this will work. I will also test out the solenoids by throwing power through it or flowing power so I can activate the pump in it. The attenuator, I believe somebody said. So anyways, I'll be doing a solenoid checks, and also in the process cleaning the inside of the solenoid as I'm pumping power into it, since I did see a video on it. So without further ado, I'll be using by the way, brake cleaner to do that. But I'll double check what's the best part cleaner for that. So here we go. So first gear will be here. First gear. Second gear. Third. Okay. Let's do this again. Stop. First gear. Second gear. Third. So yeah, I'll clean those solenoids and check them. But I mean, what's interesting is if I do this slow, it does work. I mean, you'll see how much of the RPMs roll up as I do this slowly. So basically what? First gear, second, see that? Third. So it only happens when I really step on it, I guess. So let's go a little bit faster than slow. And second. So you know, I don't know. I'll keep diluting it. Is it getting better? I say maybe. I would not say it's getting worse. But we'll see after the solenoid cleaning that I'm going to do. A bit of an update. So what I'm doing here is disconnecting these two solenoids that's right here. That one and this one. I already disconnected it. One's brown and one's black. Okay. I'm gonna take them out and see if these solenoids, which were not clean, are dirty, and then I'll clean them and then put them back. And I'll show an update of how the shifting of the gears are doing. So I took out the solenoid. I'm taking out the B and C solenoids. I think that's what they're called. I already took out one of them. That's right here. And it looks clean. At least the screen is clean. I think you guys saw that. So anyways, I'll be doing and checking it with the volt meter and running power through it and see how the pump is. A bit of an update. I reinstalled the BC solenoids. They were both clean and worked pretty good. One of them, I think it was C. I put brake fluid or cleaner or whatever, and after I put brake cleaner as I was activating it, it became a little bit stronger, so that's good. Right now I'm doing this is the fourth oil, transmission oil change with Honda transmission oil. It's still dark, as you can see. It's getting a little bit lighter, but I'll just keep transitioning, diluting it with fresh oil. So that's the update. I think I tried to. I got good tools. Another tool to remove the solenoid, remove the battery, that piece there, to get to the other solenoid, which is down there, so I can activate it. Let's see if they're good. I tried activating it from there, but I don't know what I was doing wrong, but the resistance is good, 35 I think, but I'll remove it and check it that way. So this is the third update. I think you could probably see that the oil seems to be clearing up the transmission. So I'll be putting in more Honda fluid, transmission fluid. So again, this is the third fill, diluting it with Honda oil, transmission oil. It's still dark. Fifth dilution of new transmission Honda transmission oil. This is the fifth one, so you can see it's clearing up. So I'll be adding, I guess, 2 full quarts, I believe. So yeah, the fifth one. Okay, after the fifth installment of diluting the dirty oil, transmission oil with new oil, and obviously there's some Lucas because extracting the transmission oil from the dipstick area. Obviously I'm taking out Lucas, as well as the previous new oil. The previous new oil. But also the idea is obviously, can we drain the fluid without extracting if there's particles in the clutch area, in the gear area, which helps the transmission to shift. So that's why I'm taking out of the top area, dipstick area. So after the fifth installment of putting in new Honda transmission oil, this is what we're getting. And this is after we cleaned the solenoid filters, screen, and I did a full tune-up. So this is what so far what we have. So first, second, third. Okay. Now, obviously, I think you're now we'll speed it up. I'll step on it a little bit more, but that's pretty good shifting there. First, second. Okay. Again. Let's do this again. This time stepping on the pedal. First, second. Okay. Obviously, it's not slipping as before. So I'll continue the process of filling the transmission with new Honda transmission. Update. There has been some consistency and shifting first to second. So let's go ahead. First gear, second gear, third gear. Alright. Now I know it's smooth, there's no slippage. This is after the fifth dilution of new Honda transmission oil into the transmission. So again, the fifth, and each time I've been diluting it about the first, I guess, 2 times was 20 ounce, and then the last, and after that, I suppose I've been doing 20 ounces. So basically, yeah. So 20, and then I guess 40 ounces. So yeah. So as you can probably see, I mean, it's shifting pretty consistently into second now. And if I stop and put it in, let's see, go through the gears here, reverse. That's reverse already. Let's go to second. That's second already with the bump there. So there's some consistencies. Okay, this is the 6th dilution of Honda transmission, new transmission. The 6th time. So as you can see, probably now it's a bit cleaner, or it's getting cleaner. So I guess I'm gonna put another quart in. Hopefully, I got one more full quart, I think. Yeah, I got one more full quart. I got 2 full and 16 ounces here. And yes, I'm going to still put in Lucas, a small amount, but maybe 16 or 8 ounces of it. So let's continue. This is the 7th dilution of new Honda transmission oil change. So as you can tell, it is clear, getting clear there. So it's pretty much after I'm going to put a full quart and a half, and this will be, I suppose, the last, maybe the last dilution I might do here. Again, this is the 7th. This is just for referencing. I'm gonna use this light as well as the light from the camera. Okay. So that's how that looks. Just for after the 7th dilution of Honda transmission into the dirty transmission, as you can see, I'll probably tell, I think it has improved. So here's first gear, second, third. See that? I can tell there's not really any there's no slippage-ing going on. There's still some kicks that the reverse is doing when I'm in park, and that's worrisome. First, second, so I'll continue the process. Maybe I'll do an 8th, 9th, 10th dilution. So what I wanted to do is give you guys a sort of fast pedal to the metal kind of situation. So, alright. So I'm not doing anything crazy like adding turbo. I think just keeping the engine functional, not doing anything that would jeopardize the engine and, you know, the whole system. That's way too much for me. I don't need it. I might just do things that can improve the ride experience. Rather, I might put high flow catalytic converter. Maybe you know, performance suspension units. Definitely, you know, brakes. You know, high performance brakes. But just think, the way I'm thinking of doing the car is have a nice engine, nice suspension, nice brakes, have, you know, a water pump, AC working, you know, just the basics, nothing radical, nothing for, you know, cage or drift wise, nothing like that. This is going to be a little bit, hopefully, above OEM standards, hopefully, but definitely just a notch just the above OEM stock, which does not mean turbo, nothing like that, no way. Okay, this is the 8th drain or installation of new Honda transmission fluid I'm doing, and I guess it's becoming a little bit more clearer, as you can see. So little by little I'm I'm just cleaning it out more and more. So that's an update. I'll be emptying and putting in around 56 ounces or 2 quarts. So, and yes, this is original ETF DW1. It's pretty much clear. I'm gonna attempt to put in a lot of new transmission fluid in this one, but a lot meaning I guess 2 quarts and a half. The last time I put in a quart, it was the only time I did that, and I said I wasn't going to put that much new stuff in, but I think the oil is so clean now that I can acclimate it to that large amount of clean oil. But before it startled it just for like 30 seconds and it went away. So that's what I'm doing. Alright, this is the 9th distillation of new transmission on the transmission oil. Part of the last time I'm doing this one. But as you can see, it's pretty clean. So I'll be doing the last fluid exchange here. Okay, I'm here at AutoZone, about to dump the old transmission oil, which is mixed with Lucas and new fluid and dirty fluid. I filled it up 10 quarts or so, and I want to show you how many bottles I use of original Honda. This is full, so you can tell that I'll be doing one more, the 9th diffusion of new Honda transmission oil. I just completed the 8th. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, 8 and 9. So I'll be doing 9 full cycles of flush, and I'll show you how the transmissions. It does kind of slip some second, but it does shift. So it's May 29th, 2020, Friday, 7 p.m. or so. So this is a cold start of the transmission, and then I'm going to test it out for a final run and let you guys hear, and I'll point out a few things if there's much of a difference. So let's get started. This is a cold start of the transmission. I think I mentioned this before, that it puts itself in gear when it's cold. So I'll show you guys that. So here's reverse. Kind of jumps. Here's second. Well, I guess I was wrong. Okay, so let's do the drive. Alright, so we're gonna get started with this final so-called test. Maybe final. So we're just gonna go into the gears on obviously on gear 4 there, obviously, and then next I'm going to do it manually, pop the gears in first, second, third, and so on. So let's get started. Here's the run here. Here's first. second, third. Alright, so we're gonna do that again. Maybe we could do it here. So, there's first. Second. So, as you can tell, it's not really, it jumps into the gear, it just flies, so it's still slipping. But here's the thing, let's go to first and then second. So here's first, second, see that? Interesting, huh? Let's try it in gear 3. Here's first, second, third. Alright. Now let's go with, let's see what happens if I do it slow. Okay. First, second. Okay. So once again, I'll do this last run, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it again, but with the first, second gear, not the D4, just to show you guys again. So here's the last time. So first, second, okay, third, and what the hell? I'll put it in fourth, and this is the last round. First, second, and maybe we'll do it one more time. Alright, first, that's not helping, is it? Alright, so let's, I'm gonna do it again. This is too much fun. This time we'll do from first gear to, into second, and so let's see what happens. First, second. Third, I suppose, at some point. Alright, anyways. So you get a sense, right? There's something is happening where D4 lags, but when I pop it from first to second, it just pops into second. I mean, I don't know. So did Honda new transmission work? Well, I don't know. I think there's an issue with, because it changes into second, when I pop it into second, it seems that there's a delay with D4, D3, D4. Something's going on there. So I don't know. I think that's something, I don't know. The communication isn't there. Because when it goes into first and then pop it into second, boom, it goes into second. But from using D3, there's like a lag. There's something's wrong. Something's not right. So here's D3. Here's first gear, second, right? So I'll pop into D4. D4. We got first gear, got second, we got third. Okay, so I'll pop it into first. Here we go. Pop into first, second. Right? So I don't know. I think there's the timing, some sort of timing is off somehow. But I think that's the situation with this car.